as I mentioned, there's a couple suppliers that has been added to the platform, and as of today, and we have two suppliers that are appearing on auction system. TXU offering rates in Texas now. You can invite them to auction. We will look into their matrix in case there is one, and it may be added next if there is one. I'm not sure about that, but I know that the auction you can use TXU, especially in Encore territory and Dallas area. They're popular. So for those of you who are needing that supplier, now we have it. Also, we have Advantage Energy, new supplier. We have added in auction available, and you can take a look at them, see what the rates look like. Don't have experience much with them, but it's a new supplier that we've added, as that's just to have cover and see what we can get out of Advantage Energy. Again, it's a newer supplier. Liberty Power Matrix and Right Rate Energy Matrix offers also available. Right Rate is Canada supplier. You'll be able to pull their rates as of today. And Liberty Power also has been added as a matrix provider, which is the national supplier, pretty much cover all the states. And you should have those options available for yourself. Take a look at the platform and see how do they compare to the best offers that we have. So in the next few days, hopefully we will see some feedback and some contracts submitted from those suppliers. Beside that, there was a few questions that Dana brought to me regarding Texas markets, which actually got me to bring up this topic of the product selection and enrollment process for Texas market. When it goes to Texas, obviously the products are very different, given that there's no capacity hedging in Texas. For those of you who are selling constantly in Texas, they're familiar with it, but others that are familiar with other markets, they're less aware of it. In Texas, there's no capacity hedging, so the capacity price essentially is embedded in the energy charges. Because of that, we have a complete new set of products that you can utilize in order to go to auction. On the extremes, fixed all-in product and index are available, but when it goes to products in between, like energy only or capacity pass-through, those products that have layers of pass-through and layers of fixed components, they don't exist in Texas in the same language. We have one product that we can put in the auction when it goes to Texas customers, and that's a congestion pass-through. So you can pass through congestion if you decide to, and that's a specific product for Texas market. And one of the things that also been requested from us for the brokers in Texas market has been to add some matrix offers for congestion pass-through. And we are actually making it happen. We put a request to add that product in Texas. So Texas, moving forward, we will have fixed all in, and we will have congestion pass-through. There's two types of product we're offering a matrix. It should be effective next week. Side by side, this addition, we also adding some green product. We have started looking into AEP Energy's green options as the first green offerings. As I know, it's less about competition when it goes to green and more about just the variety. So we're starting with AEP Energy and trying to stream their renewable, 100% renewable offers in the platform. So in the commercial side, you would see green options. And in Texas, you would see capacity and congestion pass-through offers. So two new type of product that we don't have currently a matrix will be added. Next week, you should be able to view them. Another things that is a question mark for some of the brokers that are entering the Texas market and not familiar is the meter read date. Obviously, the Texas market is different, and the meter read date doesn't really apply in Texas. You can start the customers at any point of time, so you can technically set up a new service for the dates that it's not just once a month type of switch, and that rule doesn't apply in Texas. We have immediate start. We have future start. So there's more flexibility regarding the dates of enrollments. And that can be also mentioned in the contract language when you select the Texas supplier and you enroll the account, that option on the platform. So you can select and accordingly schedule your customers for enrollment. But before I actually move into the demo part, the feature demo part of the discussion. So platform, as we promised, we will see a lot of involvement into our broker dashboard, and we will bring a lot of new features, and we make things more analytical, data-driven, and easier on the eyes. And then essentially, I mean, we'd be adding value every day this new year, and there's a lot of tickets that have been lined up for implementation, and one of them just came out, and it's in the final stage of being tested, but it's actually ready on our demo site. So I pulled the demo site and I logged into it. I wanted to demo that to you and explain the benefits of it. We are at the rate page. So I will start with, this is the landing page, and clicking on the instant quote function here. All right, this is a new interface. You probably haven't seen this interface before. It's a new layout. As you can see, we have eliminated that intermediate step of entering the customer information, the zip code, and combine that into this new layout. When you land here, you can type in a zip code, type in your usage, select the margin, same as before, confirm the utility is accurate, grade class. There's a price to compare on the bill, type that in. And search for rates. So far it's been only user interface and user experience. As I mentioned, two-step became one step, so it's quicker landing. I think it's much easier than the previous version. I can pull the previous one and compare it. But now this is the new layout. So let's talk about the differences here of the new layout and this new quote page, and why did they build this? So first, I mean, the format of the rate display is very different. It has been professionally designed, in my opinion. This is like 10 times better than what we had before. Hopefully you find it also pleasant on the eyes, but there's two features that we have particularly added that I wanted to bring to your attention. That's actually a dollar value added that you can actually see in the margin realization of the deal. Number one is the rate. We call it the rate bar feature. Here it is. If you click this tab and open it, we call it rate bar. This feature essentially would look at the historical landing of the matrix offering and compare today's spot rate with the historical 12 months rates, and give you an indicator whether today is considered essentially a typical, we call it, attractive or more expensive type of day. So in this case, if this icon sits here on the left-hand side, the green side, it's an attractive day. It means that the prices are low, historically comparing it. On the green, it's sort of like neutral. And on the red, it's when the rates are high. So compared to the last 12 months, you're looking at the high rate day. So this will essentially give you a historical comparison point of view. I think it's helpful in order to sort of determine whether you're landing, even though we have the market timing feature, where this is actually market timing brought into the rate page with a graphical format that is actually easier for you to digest. So technically, you're looking for days that it's sitting on the green because that's essentially the low days. And the yellow is more of a neutral, and the red is where the rates are high. So you know that you're dealing with a high market. This will be changing dynamically every day based on the movement of the matrix offering. So this is the rate bar feature, as I mentioned. So it's called rate bar, a tool that's designed for today's rates with the past 12 months historical rates, and to stack it and give a percentile, essentially visual percentile um, of the competitiveness of the day, today's rate. Second feature that we have added, which is actually what I wanted to spend more time on, is our rate grid, which is available here, and you can click and open this grid. This is essentially a rate calendar, and let's talk about this and how does it help you. So obviously you get a customer. Typically, the way that the broker works is they look at the immediate start, March start, or April start, and try to price a customer. But sometimes the best rates are actually found with a few months lag and moving in the future. So with this feature, we have given you a view, two-dimensional view of the terms and the start date. And you can discover very quickly up to 48 months term products that you can sort of look at it. It just moves from 6 months all the way to 60 months. And 6 months span, effective dates, March, April, May, June, July, August. So starting from next all the way to 6 months from now, will be brought into the comparison, and this two-dimensional view essentially give you the best available rate that we have for this particular customer, regardless of the effective date. If there's flexibility, effective date and the term, you can find them, and it increases your chance of essentially lowering the client cost and increasing your margin. So in this case, the best rates are found for 17 months and June start. Actually, 18 months and June start are found August start and 19 months. And these are the best rates of those particular combinations. So we're looking at the 19 months and the best 19-month plan that we have and the best 18-month plan that we have for June start. So the difference is, as you can see, 6.9 and 7.6 over 7 mils. And this feature allows you to sort of quickly compare and essentially find the most competitive offer that you can sell to your client. The rate dropped. So this is inclusive of margin. The rate grid is inclusive margin. Rate bar is inclusive margin. And all those graphs and chart will be updated whenever you change your margin. So this is essentially what the customer will see when you send a proposal. And even those mills matter, right? So if really it's a bloody battle and you want to, just save margins and reduce the prices, here you go. You got up to 6 mils drop in the price just by looking at the grid. And just to give you an idea of how much effort it takes for someone without this tool to find his rates, this is about a million data points that are being processed to be put into this table. This technically is 200 data points that we have identified as the best rates of the grid among 1 million plus records that we are pulling in every day. 1 million plus rates are being pulled in the database. And in order to find these sweet spots, you need to process that very quickly. And you're able to free up to 6 mils using this tool. That's how much value is adding to your business. And I don't know if that comes crystal clear, but I think you will enjoy it. You will be receiving some new business and some more margin for your effort. All right, and regarding the ETA for this feature, obviously, first of all, it's super. You just all you have to do is really you have to click this uh, the rate calendar. It's like an award calendar of the airlines that offer. You can see the flight schedule for the future. It's same type of mentality. It's really just a click, so it's not even complicated to bring it up. As long as you bring the rates, this is available in front of you, so you can actually instead of like looking at 6.42, you can take a look and actually look at 6.2, which is the best rate in the grade. So you're selling 6.2 versus 6.4, but previously you were selling 6.4 here. But regardless of actually the whole process that I explained is also simpler and easier. You have taken one step from the quoting process. You can actually land with the quoting page right away and continue with it. I think the release time of this into the live the next couple of days, it was a few minor technical issues with the feature, but in the next 48 hours, you should have it in the live site and start utilizing it. So that's as simple as that, and we're excited about this release. And we want to focus on actually the features that are directly impacting your margin this year to give you guys more margin, free up more margin, find more margin, obviously impacting your top line and to help your business grow. So with that, I think my topics for today is over.